All right, so you guys can always go back to this if you need to. Let me check the chat real quick.
Miss Small.
Yeah.
Can you add me in? Never mind. I was on my phone doing it. I wanted to switch to my computer, so I asked you to be on there.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, so that tomorrow's schedule, if you guys are all aware of it, somebody just posted it here on the chat, which is great. Thanks, Jess. So on a regular Wednesday, you would be checking in with me, and that would be cool. But tomorrow, you don't have to worry about that in my class. So then the people I'm going to see Thursday, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and then everybody else will be home. So you guys that are here will need to make sure you have the supplies that you need to work at home on this project. So you can bring stuff home. Kyle, you need to put back Zazu. He fell apart. Yeah. And then what I'm going to say is that I want to show you a couple of things. So first of all, what I want to show you is, if I can get there. I have to look for them, but let's look at this. Yesterday, you guys at home saw this, but the guys here did not see this. So this is about using that stop motion app.
Hi guys, Mrs. Scotch here. Today I'm going to be giving you some information about the stop motion app that you can find on the iPad or on your iPhone. I'm going to be using it on the iPad. The format may be a little bit different on your iPhone, but the buttons all do the same thing. You just kind of have to find where they are. To begin with, just go ahead and open up the app. It's that pretty blue one. And when you walk in, when you open it up, you'll see that sometimes other projects might open up. But to start a new project, you would scroll to the left, and it'll give you an option to tap the plus sign to create a new project. And then here it'll open up your camera window and the stop motion filming app. So there's a couple of things that you need to do before you can access other parts of the app. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and show you first how to take pictures with and without a timer. So here it's pretty straightforward. That little red button, you tap here to take pictures. So I'll take a couple of them. Another good use of this app is that you can set a timer. So here, before you turn on the timer, you actually have to set it. So when you turn it on, it'll give you an option of intervals. Right now it's at a 30-second interval, which is quite a bit. Because I am in close distance from my objects, I'm actually going to move it down to 5 seconds. You can't go any less than 5 seconds, unfortunately, but they can be as far as 90 seconds. You would use that in the sense of doing more time-lapse option. So bring it down to 5 seconds, and then I'll close it. And then this little button here right next to the clock, if I turn it on, the timer's enabled. And you'll see that around the red dot, you'll see the timer go off and it'll take a picture. Now I can move my little men without having to go back and click. So this is a really nice option to help you save time, because you'll find when you're making your stop motion app that the most tedious thing is taking pictures and then moving back and forth. So I'll just take one more here, and then I will turn off the app. The timer. Some other options that you can do here, if you press the little camera button, it brings up some camera function. So for example, here you have automatic focus. If you disable it, you're going to have to focus it here, but I do want it on. You can also disable your exposure, your white balance. So this gets a little bit more advanced, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. You can also flip your cameras around. Here I am, which we don't need to do. And here, for you want to deal with the rule of thirds, turn on those little grid marks. And then finally, there are options for green screen remote camera, but because this is a free app, we're not going to be dealing with it. You can also disable sound, but we're going to be taking that out in iMovie. So let me show you the other things that you can do. You could actually record sound within here. It asks for access to your microphone. You would just hit record and have it over what you need. I would suggest doing this more in iMovie just because it gives you more freedom. You can add images that you have in your phone or iPad, but it's actually a locked feature. That is more on the one that you have to pay for. The most important one I would suggest to you is this one. It looks like a little wheel next to the clapboard. And this is your settings. So it'll ask you about play your last 12 frames, meaning when you play back, it'll just play the most recent ones you took. Would you like to, when you replay, does it replay it as a loop? The one that you need to pay attention most here is the movie frame. So remember when I taught you in class about the ideal frames per second to create a smooth stop motion movie is between 8 to 10. Right now it's at 5. So to change the frames per second, I want to make it more, so I'm going to put it at 8 because I actually do not have a lot of pictures. As you take more, it will gradually be easier to see the movement of your objects. I will say that you can adjust depending on how fast or slow you need your objects or cutouts or anything else you're using for stop motion to be. So once I'm done, just go ahead and hit the little wheel. And if I want to replay, I would just go ahead and it'll play it on a loop. Here are my little guys. Very simple. So remember, on average, you guys each for a 30-second film are about to be taking around 300 photos, which seems like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, when your object is moving very little, it's not. So let's say I'm ready to finish my movie and transfer it to my laptop for editing. This is how simple it is. You would go back here, press that little button, and then at the bottom of the screen, you have options to go to YouTube, to delete it. What you want to do is press this button in the middle to share. It's going to give you several different options. The only thing you need to do is save to camera roll. Once you save to your camera roll, it gives you options. There's some really cool things. You could do an animated GIF, you can do it square for Instagram, but we always were going to do it HD at 180 pixels. So you'll hit share, it turns it into a movie, and the reason we exported it to the camera roll is that it makes it easy to transfer to iMovie. So if you guys go ahead and click the annotation, it will take you to the next YouTube clip showing you how to edit your films in iMovie. I hope that you enjoy the stop motion app as much as I do. I think it's great and it has several uses. It's great for time lapse, it's great for making films, and also just for finding ways to be creative. So have a good job. Bye.
All right, so we're not really going to edit our films in iMovie because we don't always have that access. I may have access to iPads, but I think it would be too confusing. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a second, and I'm going to find some movies that people have done in the past in my class, just so you can see. Again, it's not really so complicated. You guys are going to see all these embarrassing pictures. Let's see. Let's see, when did I do this? 2017, maybe? Huh. Okay, he's back together. Good. Do you have your background? Look, if I could just search videos. I can't find them. I know they're here somewhere. Oh, it's not my old room. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's at this point. I'm just gonna have to search, I guess. So I can't find them. I keep finding them and then forgetting where they are. It's stupid of me, but it's true. But so those of you at home here, there are two packages of supplies at the main office. And you can get them on Thursday and Friday. So I have two people. I see Alice needs them and Lisbeth needs them.
I need some too.
Okay, Zoe, you'll need some. All right. Zoe, you're going to have to give me till Friday to get yours down there, okay?
That's completely fine. No worries.
All right. So why don't we make it that you guys at home will get yours on either Thursday or Friday. I'll try and get some together and get them down there and I'll let you know.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Who else needs some that you're not going that will you those of you who are remaining remote, sorry.
Oh, I'm not remaining remote. I'm coming in.
Oh, you'll get them on Thursday then.
Oh, okay.
Yep, only people who are remaining remote need to I need to get them to the office. So Alice, I think you're coming in too, aren't you? Oops.
Yeah, I'm coming in Thursday.
All right, so we'll get you supplies then.
Okay, thank you.
So if you're not doing anything, what you need to be doing is you need to be working on your storyboard. What's going to happen? How are things going to look? How are how are what's going to happen in your movie? So whether you're going to have a background or that kind of stuff, that's what I'm looking for, so that we can kind of keep moving forward. Okay.
Does it have to be like about something specific or can it be about anything?
What you need is at least one character and it needs to show movement.
Okay, thank you. I just meant story-wise, but
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be complicated. Really, like for instance, somebody might say, I'm going to have a flower and it's going to grow, or I'm going to have a car that's going to drive down the street, that kind of stuff. Simple.
all right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you guys are working. That's cool. Is anybody doing paper by any chance?
About something specific or can it be about anything?
Wait, say that again. I could barely hear you. Lost it. All right. So you're still working on
doing
what?
a tree.
Growing. Okay, what are you gonna do, Jason? And he's gonna walk like across the. Okay, make sure your penguin's not flat. You want to mess around. What are you doing? Sure. It's the app. So it's stop. So if you get your stuff ready since you're in school, so you can send it together. You just need to get all your stuff ready. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's called stop motion. It's free. There's ones that cost money, but then just to get the videos. And then you can shoot it with the other too. What you have to do is figure out how you're gonna hold your iPad so it's not shaky. You don't wanna hold it physically. You don't wanna get like either a stand for it or there was a video that I was in last marketing period that showed and the timer is a good thing to use too. Because then you're not, you set the timer and you move your things, and you're not touching your phone or your iPad. So what are you gonna do? You know? Okay. Oh, there's a board on my, just sign out. No. Do you need a background? If you take a background, or do you want to shoot it on? Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Miss Small,
Yes.
can I start in like a stump?
Well, maybe you want to start as like a little seedling.
Like a little sprout?
Yeah. And then you're just, so you'll shoot that and then you'll add, so yours is going to be a little different. Instead of like moving your things around, you'll be
Like
adding.
a time lapse in them.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Good idea. Oh, you brought me lunch. What kind of cookie is this? No, never mind. It's all you. So, getting ideas? What are they? Okay. That's adjust. That's good too, yeah. Didn't you say you were going to do a person in your original? You did. You did. You said you were going to do a person doing something. I forget what it was. You have those both put at home, right? Yeah. Okay. I like this idea. That'd be kind of cool. The problem is that like you can move it coming out of this, but when you get it completely out, how is it? How are you going to show it covering? So you can take a wire, like a thin wire, and hold it. You probably will see the wire, but if you did this as paper, then you can kind of keep molding it, and maybe you don't want it to come completely out. You still want it to kind of arch. Yeah.
I think that was my problem with the last one. I couldn't figure out how to do the smooth place in the edge. So I just put it flat. and
Right.
That's why it was flat.
Right, so you could still put it flat. So say for instance you were using paper instead of clay, you would have to do it flat. But with the clay you could add that dimension. And if you have a light, you would have shadows. Yeah.
Can you combine them?
Combine them?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Like not working.
What, combining them? You have to keep getting it soft and smushy. Alright.
Do I need like a background?
You can or you can't. I'm not gonna hold you to that.
Cause I kind of just want to do like white.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
fine
like a
with me.
little grass or something.
That's fine with me. All right.
Miss Small,
Yes.
does the background need to be made of clay or can it be like a printout of something?
It could be a printout. It could be a drawing. It could be anything.
Okay,
Just-
thank you.
I would not make it out of clay. You don't have enough clay for that.
Okay, thanks.
You need more clay, Nancy? What does it say?
No, I was just wondering because you said like we had to get pickups or something. So I thought like I don't know if we needed more clay or or if we are okay with the ones we already have.
Oh, no, if you've gotten your supplies, you're good for right now. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure.
And then just we'll get some more clay like later. I realized, like I thought I was going to see everybody next week too, and I forgot that I'm not going to see any. So it'll be like December when we move through this project and into the next one.
But then we have break.
Miss Small,
Yes.
What does this project do?
When it's done.
I just say no.
I think that I'm gonna push for it to be done, like, I don't think we can get done before Friday. And then you don't have school again until
Next Monday.
yeah, a week from yesterday. I'm trying to find the date. So you're not gonna have school until the 30th. Because you have that whole week off next week.
If we even come back.
Well, I don't know if we'll come back or not. I feel like we will. So maybe that first week of December, we'll get done with this.
It's already so much room now.
A friend of mine just died last night,
Miss
O'Malley.
Miss O'Malley, yeah. Cause
My condolences.
Thank you. Thanks.
I had her son as my teacher.
At Valley. Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Oh my God, it's horrible. It's really awful. It's so sad.
My other teacher was talking about that too.
Yeah. Yep.
Miss Major.
She wasn't very old. So.
It's horrible. And there's like teachers in the building too.
That are sick.
Yeah, like there's like Miss Major told me there's 10 teachers out.
Yeah, there's a lot of teachers.
That's been out, like, or been around it, or have it. My one teacher got tested, but it was negative. Miss Dawn.
Yeah, she's negative.
So, are we going to be back in school like in December, or is it going to be virtual like this all year?
My guess is until we start getting a vaccine distributed and people are getting it, that we won't return to like normal school like before March. We probably will remain hybrid.
I think we're gonna go full virtual again.
Jocelyn thinks we're going full virtual again
We're gonna come back
after the holidays.
Yeah, after winter. After winter.
So
Because with the flu and stuff, people, no one knows if they actually, because like I have allergies and like asthma and stuff, so like but that's also symptoms of COVID.
yep. Yeah, so
It's like no one
it
knows.
changes all the time, actually. It changes every day. So who knows what's gonna happen.
Philly's
Because we're like in the red zone.
We are,
Yeah.
really.
What does that mean?
It means the numbers are going up.
I
Yeah.
mean, what I've heard, but
CHOP put out an announcement to like schools in the area not to open. And then we opened.
I know.
I know Philadelphia schools are already starting to close back up again.
They never started.
Yeah, they never opened.
They were gonna
Yeah,
go virtual. They were gonna go hybrid, and then they backed off of that, and they're not.
yeah.
Near my dad's house, they've been open since like the beginning of the school year, and they're just now closing, and I'm like, I'm going back right as they're closing.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
My mom said that we should have went back like September, August, and then because that's when the corona wasn't that bad,
right.
and then closed down around now. I don't know why Ben Salem decided to open now. It's the dumbest thing ever.
It's so many people have different opinions about it. What did? Yeah, actually, they're still in school until the 23rd, so they're going to be in school till next Wednesday, and then they're closed down for 2 weeks.
I think that's what we should do. They're gonna say that we're not coming back.
Yeah, I don't think.
You know, there's a really big push to keep everybody in school.
My mom told me that Ben Salem says no matter how many people get it, they're staying with it. Which is
But
kinda
if
weird.
you recall last year, and this is different because it's going to be different this year, because Governor Wolf shut down the whole entire state, and he said he's not shutting down the
he
whole
said it
entire
goes
state.
by like township.
Right. So the school districts have to make up their own minds. But if you remember last year, on Thursday before we left on Friday, Dr. Lee put out a note that said we will not be shutting down. So the political motivation in this particular district is to remain open. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out.
I low-key don't like it, but I need to do it for my grades.
Yeah, that's the main reason for the grades.
Yeah, mister.
I did pretty bad for you for
I
a little.
did bad.
He did nothing.
I did not.
You did bad.
No, I did.
He
No,
did nothing, but he's still doing nothing in my class.
no, I did good. I started being good with
I'm
my
better
mom.
like going to school. That's like
Art, I don't have any motivation to do anything at home. I just stay in my bed. I didn't wake up till like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. I had no motivation.
Well, yeah, it's hard. I know virtual is hard. So
And I cannot learn math at home. That was hard.
yeah.
I don't think the virtual is that bad. Like, I like the virtual so much better than the hybrid. Like, I was gonna do hybrid originally, and then I switched back to doing the virtual.
So I think that it depends on the person. Some people are able to motivate themselves and do their thing and be good at it. And then other people are not that good. They need exterior motivation, like Jocelyn here.
Yeah.
And Jason. But I think hybrid's hard. I've taken hybrid college classes, graduate classes, and I find them really, really hard because I don't think we learn in a void. I think we learn better together than we do apart.
It's just depressing. That's how I would say school is now. It's
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah.
Like lunch is horrible.
Here now, yeah,
Like
Yeah.
we cannot get up for anything.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I have lunch duty.
It's
Fourth period.
depressing. Like you can barely talk to your friends because they're so far away. But I can't do online because my grades are so bad online.
Yeah, I think the key to online is to just keep up with it. Like you can't let things slide. So every day you have to
And I
keep
was
up with
actually
it.
doing all my work, but I was just failing every test for math.
Yeah, my daughter's in that boat.
I cannot do math online, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. Wait, so do I just make like parts?
Yeah, so if you do like a time lapse thing, what you have to do is you have to make the little part. So what you could do is make multiples, like as it grows.
Yeah.
So you would make a couple of different things, and then you could like put it in, take a photo, and then like kind of squish it up. And then as soon as that gets to a point where you want to change it, then change it with the other one, and then do the same, and then change it with another one and do the same.
So I'll just
So-
keep it as like a little stone.
Well, I would keep it just as green right now, because if you think it's just like a sprout,
Yeah.
it would just be green. So then I would have it start, here, let me see. I would have it kind of start like this. And like maybe just a little, actually, I'm just gonna pinch it off here. Like a little leaf.
Miss Mole,
Yes.
where do we get the supplies at? From you or from Kim?
Kim in the booth.
Okay,
Who is that talking to me?
Alice.
Okay, Alice, so you're gonna come in on Thursday, right? Or are you staying remote?
I'm coming in Thursday.
Okay, you will get them on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, so you get them when you come into school.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so only people who are staying remote will need to come by school and pick up supplies. People who are going to see me will get them from me
How come this just feels so weird?
because it's got oil in it.
It's like nasty feeling kind
Do you need all these colors?
of. No. I only need brown, green, maybe white,
Do you have white? Okay,
and
maybe yellow. You want yellow or?
yeah, maybe for leaves.
Okay, because I might take. So you guys that are here, if you have colors you're not using, I might take them back so I can distribute them to other
There you go.
people. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
You sure you don't need black? I can't imagine what you would need it for, but
No, I don't need it.
okay.
you still recording this stuff? Oh. I thought you did it on accident.
What, stopped recording? I guess we don't need this part of it. You don't need that, but you need that plastic, don't you? Do you need the bag?